It's true when you look at how authoritarians and demagogues and political opportunists and even genuine fascists can use the norms of open societies against them, right? So we have, as one of our most important principles of openness and tolerance, a commitment to free speech. In America, that commitment is enshrined in our Constitution, but it's a commitment that is shared throughout the West and really any democracy to one or another degree. But obviously, free speech can be used, and the tolerance of it can be used to undermine more or less everything of value in a society, right? I mean, this can be done in ways that are legal, certainly in America, and yet they're genuinely sinister and corrosive, and in the end get people killed, but in ways that are not necessarily attributable to the original speech, right? So it's not, there's obviously not everything is legal, not every form of speech is legal. So imminent calls to violence are something which are ruled out by the law, but that's not the only way to destroy cooperation and the peace of a society. In the West, we have freedom of religion, right, and freedom of thought. It's you can't jail someone merely for what they believe. Certain people in our society and certain immigrants to the West believe things that are perfectly inimical to our maintaining those values. I mean, there are genuine theocrats who want it to be a killing offense to believe or certainly espouse the wrong things about God, right? And they are advocating for their political primacy on the streets of London. And it's legal to do that. But these are people who, to take the case of Islamism and jihadism specifically, I mean, these are people who want other people killed for drawing the wrong cartoons, right? I mean, this is the worldview that they are advertising to us in all their demonstrations, and yet it's legal to do that. But they're telling us what they would do if they had the power to do it, right? And I think it's always important to ask the question: what would any individual or group do if they had the power to do what they want to do, right? I mean, that's how you can navigate the space of competing claims upon the patience and tolerance of otherwise normal people, right? We have it's natural to want to default to tolerance and the norms of open societies. I mean, that is how we maintain them. But in the limit, in extremis, we have to recognize that tolerance of intolerance is cowardice, right? And it's in the limit suicidal, right? I mean, there's a certain form of intolerance that it will force our hand, and it is very hard to legislate in advance what that is, right? Because we are continually faced with new iterations of a kind of hacking of our source code. It's just a new technology, new events in history change what is possible.